Hi, my name is Antonio Gutierrez Jaramillo. I am a student here at the University of Arizona studying agriculture and biosystems engineering with a focus on controlled environment agriculture. And I'm here to tell you about my internship, which is still ongoing. So last semester, my advisor, Deva Jandal, told me that it was time for me to start thinking about internships. Like many other students, she had sent a lot of suggestions over the years, but most of them weren't particularly interesting to me. I was also limited by the fact that I do not have a license, I can't drive, so I was hoping to find an opportunity here on campus. Finally, during one meeting, she mentioned a project being conducted by Dr. Joel Coelho. After a significant delay on my part, I finally got around to talking to him, and now I am currently involved in his project, Cats in the Green Box. So some of you may be wondering, what is Cats in the Green Box? Well, Cats in the Green Box is a project dedicated to growing crops in a container greenhouse using hydroponics. For those of you who don't know, hydroponics is the practice of growing crops without soil. In this case, we use a growing medium called peat moss. The systems in this project use the nutrient film technique, where the plants are suspended above a shallow stream of water, and the roots grow into the water, and the water provides them the nutrients they need to survive. Using this technology, we can grow more plants in less space, with much less water use than with conventional farming. By the way, that's the greenhouse on the right. It's currently parked outside the Chance building if you want to take a look. So over the course of this internship, I'm working alongside another student, Agent Valois. Between the two of us, we keep the greenhouse running. For the most part, we just mostly perform maintenance. We make sure that the reservoirs are topped off. We make sure that the water is flowing properly. We prepare the seeds for planting into the system, and we harvest them when they're fully grown. It's simple work, but it's pretty tedious. Each of us tries to go to the container at least 2 or 3 times a week. Usually we alternate, but sometimes we both go in when there's a significant amount of work that needs to be done, like if we need to plant a significant number of seedlings. So inside the greenhouse, we have 3 NFT systems. We have one large one shown on the left, and we have 2 smaller side systems shown on the right. For the most part, the larger system has been used to grow basil, and we've had a lot of success with that system. As a matter of fact, only a few weeks before this picture was taken, the system was full of basil. The side systems have mostly been used to grow smaller herbs such as parsley and rainbow chard, and we've had a lot more trouble with those two. I believe this has mostly been due to our use of peat moss as a growing medium. Over time, peat moss tends to deteriorate into particulate that accumulates in the reservoirs. Eventually, they start clogging the pump intakes, even if we do have a filter over them. This halts water flow through the system and deprives the plants of the water and nutrients they need to survive. This has been a pretty big problem, and we've already lost 2 groups of plants to this. We're trying to work on a solution, but it's still a work in progress. Overall, I don't have a whole lot to complain about with this project. I mean, the work is tedious, but it's normally pretty manageable. The one thing I don't like is having to resupply the systems with water. This involves crossing the parking lots and filling buckets under a faucet in the side of one of the buildings. We don't have any form of trolley, so we have to carry the buckets back by hand, and that's pretty labor intensive. Other than that, however, I enjoy working with this project. I'm working with a system that grows plants that people can potentially eat, and it has a lot of applications, especially these days with global climate change and finite arable land. If you're interested in controlled environment agriculture or hydroponics, I would highly suggest this project such as this one. So, that's my internship in a nutshell. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for your time.